Now some examples of how we can borrow and use vocabulary from different source languages and also mix all of that together. And then I'll talk about the sound and the writing system. So all these are the same sentence, which in English could be translated as, for example, this cat likes to climb trees. And in Russian, например, эта кошка любит лазить по деревьям. And all these are in ilokuna, but they use vocabulary from other different languages. So the first one uses just the suggested core vocabulary from this dictionary, but the others take words from English, from Russian, from Persian, from Turkish, Hindi. Sometimes the sentence has words borrowed from only one language, and sometimes they are mixed. Like in this one, for example, it's Somali, Arabic, and Swahili mixed on the basis of ilokuna grammar. So let's read these. Epo masalan amiyani isuki wikilima len apo. For example, a catni и like we climb len trees. По, например, окошко не и любит вылазить len дерево. For example, a пешакни и суки вылазит len дарахте. Драхте. По مثلا гарбехни и тафари вылазит len дерево. По مثلا أبسطني استمتع بكلمة لن ميتي. По تطيبا أنكني لن كيجي ونبرو إسوكي. По مثلا أبشكني أشقي وبلا لن درخت. По örneğin أكديني لن هاتشلار وترمان إسمك. Po udaharan أبليني لن برون وشرنا إبسند. So these are the examples of how different vocabulary can be used and mixed together. But the suggested way is this. We use the grammar from ilokuna. We use as much core vocabulary as we can and as much as the listener could understand. Then on top of that, you add vocabulary from the listener's language, if you know that, or from a language you both share and the other listeners, the potential audience, could understand maybe. And when this is not enough, you just add vocabulary from your first language or any languages you know. And this way, you still retain your fluency. And you also try to make it as understandable for others as possible. And now onto the writing system, because you see that some symbols might look a little bit unusual to you, or maybe some letter combinations are unusual. I had to come up with some system like that. I could not just use traditional letter combinations as in English because, well, I had to represent many different sounds from many different languages and approximate pronunciation as close to the original as possible. And also I had to avoid some letter combinations, some digraphs, which could coincide with very common sound combinations like sha or zha could often occur as two sounds, one after another. So I could not use these as digraphs for sh and zh. And this is the system that I came up with. It has the main inventory, like the simple sound inventory that is used for core vocabulary, and different borrowings that you take from different languages, if other speakers started to use them, they will likely simplify them and turn them into something that's based on just these sounds. And also, the phonotactics is basically copied from Tokipona as this inventory, which means that any syllable can start with any of these vowels, any of these consonants, and it can end, well, just in a vowel like this, or it could have n at the end. And that's it. No other syllables are allowed in this most simple set of rules. So like ma, me, ba, a, or an, lan, lon, con, these are allowed, but I don't know, kat or pte are not allowed. Okay, so these symbols that you see here are from the International Phonetic Alphabet, the IPA, and I might not be able to read all of them accurately, so you can go to this website, ipachart.com, and listen to what they should sound like. It's read by a professional there. But I will try and do my best. I will read all the consonants in these ways. First with a short schwa sound like ma, na, pa. Then with a clear a sound like ma, na, pa. And finally between vowels like ama, ana, apa. This way you will be able to hear them more clearly. So let's go. Ma, ma, ama. Na, na, ana. Pa, pa, apa. Ta, ta, ata. Ka, ka, aka. Sa, sa, asa. Wa, wa, awa. La, la, ala. Ya, ya, aya. I, e, a, o, u. And these consonants could vary somewhat. So it could be aspirated or not, potentially could be voiced or not, and this would not make that much of a difference. And also this one could be anything between w and the, and again, it does not matter within the main inventory. And we have the inventory extension for borrowings to represent borrowings from different source languages as closely as possible, as close to the original as possible. And here there are no phonotactic restrictions because, well, in different languages they are different. So you could use whatever you have in your language or in some languages you know. But if speakers of other languages borrowed or like started using your borrowings, you should expect them to gradually simplify them, and the ultimate simplification could just come down to this main inventory and its Tokipona-like phonotactics. So it will become very, very, very simple and not similar to the original, most likely. Okay, so what we have here, this y letter, if it is used after other consonants, together they represent palatalized sounds like the Russian soft consonants like nya, v, v, sia, k, g, l, and things like that. This is for any sort of back nasals like ng, nga, anga, or nga, nga, anga, anything like that. This is for any rhotic sounds like ra, ra, ara, ra, ra, ara, or ra, ra, ara, or ra, ra, ara, anything like that. We could still use the vague symbols. So this is like wa or va or va, anything like that. If we need to specify, we have this for wa, wa, awa, va, va, ava, fa, fa, afa, tha, tha, atha, tha, tha, atha. This is for any ch or j-like sound. So cha, cha, acha, ja, ja, aja, anything like that. This is specifically for cha, cha, acha, or cha, cha, acha. This is for ja, ja, aja, or ja, ja, aja. Sorry, speakers of Polish, because I had to use these two as a pair, like a voiceless and voiced. So this is not cha, this is ja. But yeah, I had to make some compromises and some hard choices, because again, this should represent borrowings from all sorts of languages, so I could not optimize it for just one. Okay, this is for cha, cha, acha, ja, ja, aja, ca, ca, aca, dza, dza, adza. This is any sh or j-like sound. And more specific ones, sha, sha, asha, or sha, sha, asha, ja, ja, aja, or ja, ja, aja, sha, sha, asha, or ja, ja, aja. These are for retroflex stops like da, da, ata, da, da, arda, and retroflex approximants or rhotics. I had to drop them because it overcomplicated the system. So sorry, they will have to be approximated with other sounds like l or r or something. Okay, this is for any h-like sound. By default, it would be h as in English, but you can expect other speakers to change it into everything like h or whatever. And more specifically for h, ha, aha, and r, ra, aha, and ha, ha, aha, ra, ra, ara. The second one might also be seen as a rhotic sound and represented by this, depending on how different speakers perceive them. So these ha, ha, aha, ra, ra, ara. These are a bit difficult for me to pronounce, but basically they should mean something like the Arabic ha sound and the ain sound. Now, k, ka, aka, g, ga, aga, qa, qa, aqa, ga, ga, aga, a, a. This is the glottal stop. In British English, it often occurs instead of t in weak positions, like in not or letter, little, water, and things like that. And in Russian, it occurs in the word ня, which is the informal нет. Between e and a, we have this ня, 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 like this. This is used to break down all these digraphs. So if you see the symbol between these letters, they will not represent these specific sounds, but will be read separately, like kh or gh instead of kh, gh. And now the vowels, the extra vowels. So this is for any vague centralized or central vowel, like the schwa sound, like anything like that. And when this letter is used after the 5 basic vowel letters, together they represent centralized versions of the basic sounds. So for the front vowels, like I, E, and A is treated as a front vowel here, they will be moved backwards. And the back vowels will be moved forwards. And this way, instead of E, we get instead of E, we get instead of A, we get A, instead of O, we get instead of U, we get or anything all the way up to U. This could also be fine. Again, you can check out these on the iphcharts.com website. And this and this could be very similar, but the difference is supposed to be this. So the backward e is not rounded, like and the fronted or centralized o keeps being rounded. So or like this. If it is important. If it's not important, you can represent them with this schwa sound. And for borrowings from tonal languages, you can use diacritics like this. And you should not try and represent the traditional etymological diacritic or tonal markings from whatever language you are taking these words from. Like, if you're taking words from the Thai language, you should not try and match your diacritics with the traditional tone markers, because in Thai, they are read differently based on what consonants they follow and so on. So the same tone mark might represent different tones. We should not do it like that here. We should use the same tone marks for the same tones, and they should approximate the tone contours. So for example, if you're taking something from Chinese and it is pronounced 不是, you should not write it etymologically as 不是. You should actually write it as this, I don't know, 不是, like this. Those who speak Chinese know what I mean, I hope. So, the writing system is meant to help people who do not know the source languages pronounce the borrowed words as close to the original as possible. But again, you should not expect them to be able to repeat all that. And with tones, they will probably be changed, messed up, or dropped altogether. And eventually, all these fancy sounds might turn into the vague versions of themselves. And with further simplification, everything might turn into like something that uses only the main sound inventory and the simple phonotactics as in Tokipona. So This is the sound system and the letters and letter combinations that I came up with after a lot of work and a lot of compromises. So sorry for anything unexpected. Yeah, this is it for now.